That's the problem, chat, isn't it? Remember how we talked about that? About how like it's virtually impossible to distinguish who's like a stan making fun of like haters making psychotic shit, and then it turns into like a negative spiral regardless, like with Austinox. Maybe we need to like keep that into this stream or something and not outside. Maybe we should, as a community, keep our outside memes just positive. Keep it posy, Like my COVID test, okay? Keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? Got him. Your chair looks like it's for ants.
So many people are drawn to watch you.
People are not very honest about why things are terrible. Everybody, for the most part, feels a little worse overall year over year. I think a lot of people feel angry. I try to direct their anger at the system rather than individuals and explain to them why they feel the way that they do.
Use that anger that you feel towards more productive avenues. Instead of getting f***ing upset at wealth inequality in the system, try to change the system.
I have an empathetic worldview that centers around uplifting marginalized people on not only the basis of identity, like whatever kind of marginalization that they experience, but also class, which is something that is devoid from the American conversation most of the time. As long as you are willing to learn, as long as you're willing to change, then you're welcome. I'm going to talk to you and try to educate you.
Right.
Because I think that is how you change people's minds. And I think I've been relatively successful at, deprogramming a lot of people's like prior confirmations, prior attitudes and beliefs.
Do you think this is part of why you are seen as such a controversial figure?
Yeah, for sure. This is like centuries of wiring people the certain way. On the one hand, someone can sedate you into thinking like, no, everything is normal, this is the best way. And then on the other hand, you have someone who's like, no, you should be angry at the system. It kind of spoils the game for a lot of people who would rather maintain that stability. There's a concerned effort of like presenting me as more controversial than I actually would be. It's the age-old narrative that you have been able to create, which is socialist, but he's a hypocrite because he has nice things. Like that's unacceptable. It's a poverty cult. It's supposed to be a poverty cult. It's stupid.
Can you list some of the controversies that you've been a part of?
Oof.
I don't know if we have time, but I know you got to go stream for 12 hours. So
we can just like do a full list. One of my first big controversies was America deserved 9/11.
I'm saying it. America deserved 9/11, dude.
I'm sure lots of people watching right now are happy to hear that I have someone on the show that said America deserved 9/11.
I talked about all this stuff, and that obviously was the reason why I said it's blowback. Like, we funded the same people that did 9/11, and we continue to work with the same people, the government, that played a way more fundamental role in 9/11 than Afghanistan or Iraq. Literally, there was like 8 documentaries, I think, that came out in the 20th anniversary of 9/11 that described all of that. So I had a lot of my friends even that were like, I kind of hated what you had to say back then, but now I totally understand what you were talking about.
Why do you think it is that these documentaries can say the exact same thing as you, but not get any blowback?
Because they didn't say it in my language.
Like, let's be real. I mean, I'm gonna be fair here. Okay?
Really, they didn't say America deserved 9/11?
No, they didn't.
Do you regret using the language?
No.
Specifically?
Not even remotely. I think it was a matter of being taken out of context. It very quickly went into a subreddit. They blasted it off there, and then Keemstar picked it up, and then Fox News picked it up. And it became a huge news story in a 24-hour cycle, and they think that I am a supporter because I'm Muslim, and I'm socialist. Like, I'm a communist, terrorist, sympathizing Muslim. This is what the overarching narrative was, and not that like America's foreign policy is directly responsible for 9/11. There was a period of stability and not being canceled for a while. Post 2020, the election cycle ended. Some positive coverage came out of me, doing well and like, I guess, leading the Zoomer flock in politics, and immediately that's when people were like, no, f this guy. It's time again. What ended up happening is, I bought a house. I'm sorry.
That's
guys.
Up. I mean,
I know.
I saw the headlines.
Yeah. The irony, of course, is that like I've been living in the same neighborhood for like 8 years. So instead of renting, I bought a house, and that was deemed unacceptable by people. No one in my community was like, oh man, I'm giving this guy $5 a month. You're mean to tell me that he's buying stuff with that money?
No. We wanted you to go fund other people's GoFundMes.
Yeah, and it's like, which I do, some public and most private. Now I do it more publicly because I feel kind of gross about it, but like, it's just, you have to do it. People were saying like, why don't you lobby the government for socialism? Very funny that people think like I have a fraction of the power that like literally any like run-of-the-mill 100 millionaire has. I don't even have a fraction of that power. I had a really old, and still have a really old Toyota Camry, 2010 V6.
Damn, you went all the way though.
Yeah, so I had that for like 10 years. I'm 30. I want to get a nice car. I have enough money to
Midlife
get
crisis age range.
Yeah, I wanted to get it before. I wanted to get ahead of that. So, you know, I got a Porsche Taycan. I did it publicly this time because I was like, I gotta do this privately because there's no reason.
It's gonna seem like you're trying to hide it.
And then they were still mad because last time they were like, he was trying to hide that he had a house, like piece of shit hypocrite. And then they were like, he did this publicly, he's flexing.
There is no right way to spend your money.
No, really? Absolutely not. It's more so about trying to figure out another new way to be like, I don't like this person.
Yeah.
Here's how I'm going to justify that.
What was your childhood like?
I was a nerdy kid.
Born in the U.S., then moved to Turkey pretty quickly.
I was in a marabou.
It's like a weeboo for
like a weeb. Yeah. You know, I would like my hands on anything that was like American, and I would love it. I would like learn about it.
What were your favorite American things to get your hands on?
Snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Desserts.
Yeah.
Oreos.
Oreos, the American delicacy.
You joke because like you have an abundance of it.
Yeah.
But
I think privately is morally the right way. No one needs to watch people spend money. Dude, I'm a fucking content creator. Shut up. Like, morally. That's your own morals, okay? I have no problem with that.
100%. Like when I came to
You
America,
have the power to get me, an average chatter, to start canvassing for the Working Family Party of Philadelphia, Kendra Brooks, the state rep at large. I'm here because of you, Hassan. I love it. I feel well involved. Thanks for the socialist motivation. You inspire us. Thank you, guys. Without you, what I do is meaningless, okay? I know I say this all the time. It's not just bullshit. Without you, what I do is meaningless. I would still be yelling. I was yelling the exact same shit when I had 30 people watching. I was yelling the exact